Hello Warfighters, war is hell. Welcome to the next episode of Arma 3 gameplay coming out of the Resolute Alliance campaign, which is a World War III 2035 campaign that is all based around cause and effect, with CSAT and NATO squaring off against each other. So we are in Georgia, and this is taking place not too long after the previous episode. If you haven't watched it, I recommend going back and taking a look at it. But basically, our job was to try and defend that forward operating base. As you can see, we were unsuccessful with that. Now, I'm going to be playing as a squad who was out on patrol during the time of the attack. They have just made it back to base. The communications were garbled, so they don't know necessarily what happened. We're going to make the discovery of what has happened to the forward operating base. But let's go ahead and get to the briefing. Now, because the invasion has taken place, we can start to see how things are happening in the country of Georgia. Since Georgia is all by itself as far as NATO goes, it is surrounded by CSAT and CSAT-friendly forces. You can see CSAT has launched an invasion into the country, being led the way by air assault troops, followed up by infantry and armored divisions. So, inroads have been made. Remember, total destruction of the forward operating base right here. The hope was that I could hold out for 20 minutes. That did not end up happening. So with the destruction of the forward operating base, this is really just going to be me trying to get to a friendly position, which is some distance away from the forward operating base. There were 3 NATO service members who were still alive at the time that I was killed, so they have been captured by CSAT, and they may provide some intelligence on where NATO forces are inside of the area. Now, the 11th Airborne is the group that I'm going to be playing as. So this squad, as I mentioned, is going to be running up to the forward operating base. And then this is just a point A to point B type of mission where we have to try and get to friendly territory. Now, big thanks to Blacklight for helping Zeus this for me. This is going to be absolutely awesome. I'm excited to see how this is going to go because I really don't know how this is going to end. I'll have to play this very, very carefully. So taking a look at the forward operating base, we've got some units on patrol on the outside, and this would be the first indication that CSAT is in the area, or confirmation that CSAT is in the area. You could see from earlier, these pillars of smoke are large, so we saw them from a distance, but now that we know that's what's going on, I'm going to be very, very careful. I've moved up. I've got my squad behind me in the trees. I didn't want them to move up here and kind of risk being seen, but we're hearing helicopters. We're seeing helicopters there too. Aircraft flying overhead. So this area is heavily dominated by CSAT, and we are inside of their territory. So trying to get out of this is going to be pretty difficult for us to do. Fortunately, we do have a lot of trees that we'll be able to move through, and I don't get a good view on what's going on, but there is that patrol that is coming up. They don't have any reason to suspect. Oh, dang, they've got air cover. A lot of it. They don't suspect that I am here, so the hope is that I don't have to be necessarily too stealthy. Oh, and they're getting supplies, too. Okay. It's going to be really hard to try and push them out. Now, the Georgian Armed Forces are being mobilized right now to try and counter this incursion. And with us being the only U.S. division that is in the country, just trying to help support Georgia's insurrectionist and separatist movements, like eliminating those, we're just here for training, so we're not even fully equipped to deal with something like this. Okay, you know what? I want to get out of here. I'm going to stay prone. I'm going to crawl out of here. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty tempted to open up on him, but I don't think that that is necessarily the smartest call right now. I am all by myself. I've got a squad, with me. And taking a look at what we were going up in that area, the forward operating base was actually partially concealed. I wasn't able to see what else is in there, so there could be far more CSAT personnel than I am spotting right here. At some point, I think once I get up to this tree, yep, I'm going to stay crouched. I'm going to start moving. If they didn't spot me coming in, I'm feeling pretty confident they're not going to see me coming out. Oh, but that helo coming in does worry me. That could be some additional reinforcements, but we did take out a lot of CSAT troops, though, in the battle. So they paid a heavy price, so I'm not too surprised that they're having to bring reinforcements into this area just to try and support their advance here. I'm gonna wait till he's a little bit lower and then start moving in. And I could try and move back and get eyes on what exactly is coming in, how many troops it is, or if it's, you know, somebody to interrogate the 3 NATO personnel that they've captured. I mean, at this point, I don't know that there are 3, or this particular person wouldn't know that. I wasn't able to spot them, but for you guys now know that there are 3 that are being held captive. Okay, I'm gonna run back across the road here. I'm gonna link up with everybody else on the team, which are basically right off here in this direction, and I'm gonna get everybody to group up on me. So here's the squad, and we're going to get moving. Okay, so as we've been moving through the woods, really nothing has happened or we haven't seen anybody so far. This is the first indication that we have of CSAT. Hearing this armor moving past, you can see it's a tank, and since we are perpendicular to it traveling down the road, we ended up not getting spotted. Again, they don't anticipate us being here. There's no reason for them to suspect that we're here, so we'll have to try and be somewhat stealthy through all of this. We'll probably get into a firefight at some point, because with the woods being so heavy, we're probably going to come up on somebody at close range. And that's when things are going to get really crazy, because we're going to have to move quick from that point. Now, already, as we've moved up some more, again, we haven't really come across anybody else besides that one tank, but I'm starting to hear at least what I think are some vehicles coming from that direction. So as I'm moving up to an area that I've got some more cover and taking everybody in the squad with me, I'm gonna have to get down pretty quick. So I wanted to have this cover, hence why I'm rushing up here pretty quick. But there we go. We've got a convoy. And it looks like
MRAP 300 meters, bearing 315.
Yep, the MRAP up front. These trucks are loaded with infantry. Just about 2 squads each. So maybe this is the reinforcements that are coming in that are gonna help with the drive through this area. Now, this distance, they don't see me. And I have it set up right now, too, where the AI on my team, they are not going to fire until I fire the first shot. So I'm not concerned about them opening up right now either. Some ammo, some fuel as well. Yeah, that's got to be helping them with the drive. And now I'm hearing what sounds like armor again. And it's a CSAT APC taking up the rear. Now this is the one I'm a little more worried about them spotting me. But with gun forward, not going to be a problem. All right, we're going to get behind it. We're going to cross the road, and we're going to keep pushing up. At some point soon, we're going to be getting close to the lines that CSAT now holds. And it's going to be tough to break through that, but I think we've still got a little bit of a way to go. We just might have some additional forces, though, that we'll come up against as we move in that direction. Okay, we've come across one road. Haven't seen anything, really no civilians either, so I'm wondering if CSAT is really keeping them locked in. But on my HUD, I'm spotting CSAT, and it looks like everybody else is calling them too. Might be a fire team. They're running, again, perpendicular to me. In fact, they're kind of running little ways away, but I don't know if there is something else around here that I got to be somewhat cautious of. I don't want to open up on them, but I might move up and see if there is anything up here, like if there's some type of outpost that they're guarding. I'll bring everybody else with me, though, because if they do turn around and they end up spotting me, because I don't know the pattern of their patrol right now either. If they start engaging me, I want to be able to have everybody with me to help me out. Okay, yeah, they're kind of going to the left a little bit. Oh, no. There's a helicopter coming around here. The trees should provide us some cover, but we're in a little bit of an opening.
75 meters.
Okay, he just flew right overhead.
Eyes on target.
All right, we were underneath it. I doubt they spotted us. Ah, dang it, they're opening up. I shouldn't have started following them. I should have just immediately tried to get out of here. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody. I think I've taken one person down, but I've got one person on the squad that's been killed. I'm going to try and flank around to the left to see if I can get a better shot at these guys. Oh, one right up ahead. Okay, now where's the other guy? This is tough. I'm not able to see anybody right now. But I'm taking fire. Alright, I'm going to try and reposition. Nothing's popping up here on my HUD either. Oh, that's probably good that I moved because we had a grenade that went off nearby. I thought I saw one person showing up behind that tree. Oh, I'm taking some direct fire. I gotta get down. That's going right over my head. We don't know where he is on the map either. I don't have a direction to shoot. If I keep my head up for too long, it's gonna be a problem. They took him down, it sounded like, saying a grenadier was neutralized. And with no more fire coming my way, I think I'm good. I think we took them all down. Still, we lost one person along the way. I just got to make sure that we don't lose too many casualties. I don't want to be here out all by myself because having more eyes on the environment around me, I think is going to make the difference between whether or not I survive. And there is, of course, a consequence if I do make it all the way through this or if I end up dying here. I mean, if I end up surviving, we're going to have some stronger defenses at the friendly outpost, but if I don't make it and I'm not able to provide word that they are reinforcing the area, we're going to be ill-prepared to mount any type of defense. Now, it sounds like that the fire team was able to get a message out saying that they are taking fire because now we've got a UAV circling the area. It's only a matter of time before they spot us and bring in infantry, so we've got to keep moving. They're not able to bring in any troops too easily to this area via helicopter, so the roads are going to be what I think is the most trickiest place. But we're still going to have to cross some of these roads, and that's, as I mentioned, where I think the reinforcements are going to come from. So I've got an eye on what's happening on the right. We've still got that UAV flying overhead. I have no indication for sure that we've been spotted, but we're spotting something up ahead. Oh, it's a checkpoint. They saw us right away. Yep, that UAV had to have been feeding them where we're at. Okay, so this tower was one I think the Georgians had previously that have now been occupied by CSAT. Trying to increase the range a little bit more. I see a cargo net that's down there, and that's kind of what I'm aiming towards. That one was probably a little too high. Yeah, they've got some communication towers set up there too, so comms with the drone and I think everybody else here. That wouldn't be a problem for them to pick up. And they might have even picked up the message from that fire team and are on alert too. Whatever it is, though, they know that we're here. This is going to be tough to get through. As I try and move through it, yes, moving from one tree to the next is going to be helpful, but I don't know if I can completely circumvent this. I just don't want anybody coming up behind me as I'm trying to move up. Got a better idea on what we're up against, though. We're seeing some more troops show up on the HUD. Oh, and there's a section off to the left, too, that is guarding another part of, or another road that's coming in at this intersection. Firing at whatever I can. See if I can hit anything over in this section. I'm not able to get a good shot with all the brush and trees, but I might be able to hit something over here. My guys seem to be taking a lot of them down, too. I might have to push up, though. I'm just worried that if I keep trying to push left and try and get around it, I'm going to be exposed for a good portion of it. This is one of those times where it's like maybe just a charge right to it is going to be the best course of action. Have to get behind that tree. I've hit him a few times, but there we go. He's down. Oh no, there's an MRAP in there too. That's going to be tough for us to take down. I'm going to look for somebody with AT. The last guy that I took out from CSAT, he did have an AT launcher. So I think if I get in a sticky situation, I'll just push up and try and take that. I don't know if I'm getting hits on him. We're just detecting that there's enemy off in that direction. I might just be hitting concrete. Oh, well, push up. Yeah, I still hear that UAV overhead, so this engagement's being monitored. If I don't either disengage or push through this quickly, we're going to have more enemies come in. All right, I'm going to just crawl up to the sandbags. Dang, that is a lot of fire coming from that CSAT MRAP. I just can't push out too far to the right knowing that that's where the tracer fire is coming from. Dang it. That's probably going to take out more of my guys. Okay, I'm not hearing any gunfire now, but I think the guy who's off to my right's been dropped. Yep, there's the MRAP. I do not want to go toe-to-toe with it. I got to see if there's anything around here that'll help me out. Nothing I could find, and if I move anymore, I'm worried I'm going to be caught in a position where it can engage me. Oh, dang it, there it is. That's what I was worried of. Oh, man, I got to get going. Oh, bombs dropped on it. The Georgian Air Force must be helping out. Oh, that could not have happened at a better time. Alright, I'm getting out of here. We've got a few guys left, but we're going to regroup after we've gotten around this checkpoint. That's just frustrating that I ran right into it. Man, I had no warning. I mean, the cover that I get from the trees really does work both ways, but I got to move quick. I just hope that the friendly AI in my squad is able to move up quickly. This is a good spot for us to kind of rest up at. Looks like we might have 4 guys who are still with us. Okay, so these 4 guys I'm going to wait for before pushing up. Okay, here they are. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Kind of diverted a little bit from the path, but we're back on course here now. I crossed the road, looked, not seeing anybody, so I'm bringing everybody else across. Again, drones still flying overhead, relaying all the information about where we are. Okay, we've got more people engaged us. It looks like from the direction of the checkpoint. We tried to get around it, but looks like that didn't work. Just worried where other guys might be coming from. I'm not seeing anybody coming this way. They are firing in that direction. Could be suppressive fire for somebody that they are seeing in here. But dang it, I lost somebody else again. Okay, this is going to be tough. You know, every single person that we've lost up to this point has played an impact, and we lost a lot of guys taking or hitting that checkpoint. But now, anybody else that I lose, I feel like it's going to be a bigger loss now than any other time. All right, reload. I'm not going to have too much ammunition left. Like, I am worried about how many mags I'm going to have as I try to continue moving on. Because you can see right here, I am only halfway to the objective. And now that they know where we are, They've got a drone overhead. They've got that helicopter overhead. We're being tracked. I would not be surprised if we're going to be seeing more enemy patrols out here than what we've seen in the past. I think we've gotten around a number of the patrols, but you know, we're getting really close to, actually, that probably was, a checkpoint was probably their line. So we might have made it through, but
100 meters back.
these lines can be pretty fluid, especially with how fast they've been able to push up. Okay, where are we seeing them? All right, they're up there. I think I got any hits on him, but there's a few guys that I can see. Okay, there we go. We took him down. There's one guy on the other side of the downed tree trunk. I might have to rush up on him. Or I can hit him with a grenade, maybe. Maybe that guy's better suited for the grenade. I think that one overshot. Again, though, I've only got 9 40 mics left, so I don't want to use up all those ones. Alright, I'm just going to disengage. We're going to go around them. I don't want to stay in these fights for too long. If they get to a point where they're are able to get around and flank me from the side, that's going to be bad. So I got to keep moving. Not only to get away from them, but also get to the objective quicker. Dang it, that's what I was worried about, though. As I push up, they're going to hit me from behind. You know what? At this point, it is every man for himself. I'm going to try and move up. I hope the AI can stick with me. Because I cannot move slow. Alright, I don't want to move too quick, though, because stamina is going to be an issue. This is not a good spot to be in from the basis that I'm being tracked overhead. But where it does give me a major advantage is I'm able to look ahead a little bit more and see if I'm running up into anything before they potentially spot me. Oh, taking shots. I think from my left. I thought I saw some movement behind that tree. Yep, that definitely was somebody. He just showed up on my head too. You know what? We're gonna move up here. We're gonna take him out.
300 meters northwest.
There he is. He popped up to the right. Oh, last round. We got over here off to the left. Oh, dang it, that's not where I wanted it to go, but I'm gonna throw some smoke. Try and suppress this guy. And we're gonna get going again. I'm gonna disengage one more time. Ah, smoke's not gonna cover me too much. I don't see him. We'll get behind some of these trees, break line of sight. All right, time to move fast here and stay low. Now, I have not heard anything as far as gunfire from behind me. So I think everybody that I'm with actually has been taken out. I might be the only person left. In fact, I think I am actually the only person left. So this is going to be a problem. I am 100% solo for this one. Oh, dang it. What is that up ahead? Self-propelled artillery. unescorted, too. Man, I would have given anything right there to have AT quickly take that out. Drop that self-propelled artillery. But I don't know. Then that would have given away my position. Maybe it was the smart thing to just let it go, but that is one target of opportunity that'd be very helpful for me to take down. As I'm still pushing forward, I still got that helicopter somewhere nearby. I've also got the drone. I don't know if they are still tracking me, because at different points it sounds like they're getting farther away. Other times they are sounding like they are right on top of me. But the one thing that has given me a little bit of comfort is as I'm pushing in the direction that I need to be, there hasn't been any infantry I've spotted. Oh, I got shot down. That was the drone. Oh, dang. Or at least I think that was the drone. Maybe that was something else. I mean, I'm getting close enough to friendly positions, and that's in the direction that I need to go. That might have been like a friendly helo or something. I'm gonna have to go check it out. I mean, not only is it in the direction that I need to be heading, but it's gonna be pretty important. That helo's starting to come over here now too. Air up ahead. Oh, Georgian Air Force in the fight, taking down that helicopter. Guys, the fight is still going. Oh, that helps me out a lot. Now I've got nothing tracking me. I gotta move. There still might be some infantry that I come up against. Gotta make sure I'm going the right direction here. But I don't think there'll be a coordinated effort. All right, so invigorated here and feeling a lot more optimistic that I might be able to beat this mission. I'm moving quicker. I'm gonna have to get around some of these logs. I gotta keep my head on a swivel. Remember, I don't have anybody else but me that has kind of made it up to this point. So I don't have anybody watching my flanks, and I can't be so laser focused on what's happening in front of me that I lose track of what I'm spotting. But I thought I heard something or saw something right up ahead. I'm gonna move a little slowly. Yep. Dang it. Gotta get to cover. There he is. Just out there in the open. Oh, tree helped me out. I'm so lucky he didn't hit me. There's that guy that was over here. I don't think that person I just took out was him. Nope. That grenade had to come from somewhere. I don't want to rush it. I gotta move somewhat quick. Okay, I have no idea where he is. Is he over by those trees instead? Okay, if it's just one person, I am going to disengage. I'm gonna keep trying to make a break for it right here. But I'm gonna keep watching that direction. I just hope nobody shows up on my right flank. Gosh, where is he? Oh, there he is. Man, did I walk right on past him? How did he not engage me? I mean, maybe the brush works to where he couldn't spot me. Ooh, am I lucky? Might try and get a med kit off of him. See what else I can get. Gonna need the 40 mics, some grenades. Again, that I still got 5 first aid kits actually. I'm gonna grab their radio. You know what? I'm gonna use that for comms to intercept what they're saying, and we might be able to get some intelligence off of that. Glad I came back and grabbed that. I don't think I'll have. Oh. He did not know I was here. Oh, that's twice in a row. I've just been lucky. Okay, so now it's even more important that I make it back. not only will I be able to provide information about what CSAT is up to, that they're reinforcing this area, but I can also provide radio communications. And there is the... whatever was down, that is up ahead. I can see the flames now, not just the smoke. And it looks like, too, that we might not be in such a heavily wooded area. We might have an opening. Yep. Okay, this will be good. Be able to see what else is down here. In fact, I think I'm so close to the objective that directly up ahead, I go past those trees up that hill, and I'm going down into the town where NATO forces are. Oh, we got a firefight. Is it friendly forces and a helicopter? Nope, that is the drone. That would make sense that we would have NATO in this area, as well as CSAT, as they're trying to race to the drone, see if they can get anything off of it. Well, I'm going to help support my guys. I'm just one person, but I'm hoping that, yep, taking some of the fire away from my guys. Also, engaging them from a direction they're not focusing on either. If I could split up their attention, my guys should be able to do the job. I didn't see how many of them that there were, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at a squad or fire team or something like that. Hey, since I got some of their grenades, I'll start using it against them. Just gotta aim a little higher. Oh, a lot of the guys over there have been taken down already. Got one person that's off to the left from what the HUD's telling me. Out right there. Again, just gotta go a little bit farther, but I'll just fire at him. Oh, vehicle coming in. Dang it. It's armed. I'm gonna try and take down the gunner. I don't care if the driver gets away, but... man, it's tough to hit it when it's running perpendicular to you. Oh, sweet. Someone took down the gunner. I think I got the driver. Dang it. Take down that guy. There we go. I think I've gotten everybody now, and they ended up destroying... what was that? Is there some other vehicle around here, too? There must have been. NATO guys coming out of the grass. Oh, that's awesome to see. It's actually, like, for real. As I've been going through this, it's a sight for sore eyes to see these guys. And because I'm so close to the line, these guys are going to escort me back. And I think I've beaten this one, guys. Yep. So we made it through the trees. We're going to make it to the town. This is where we're going to hold the line here while we wait for more Georgian Armed Forces to kind of push up to this area. The hope is that we can hold. We've got as much information as we can get here. So this was an astounding win from that standpoint. The one downside, though, is having lost my entire squad, we're going to need to get some kind of additional forces in here, or we're going to have to fight this one pretty light on numbers. As you can see right here, we've got some fortifications. Maybe we'll dig up in the trees up ahead and kind of use that as a position for us to kind of defend from. But that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. There is obviously more Resolute Alliance to come later on, so subscribe, hit the bell icon. Also, if you can, support me on Patreon to help me make more content like this. That goes to help a long way. That's in the description below, as well as a link to the War is Hell Discord. You can drop by, say hi, you talk about this series or other series that I do. It's a great place to be. Again, like the video, subscribe, bell icon. Oh yeah, if you've made it all the way through, we're going to use the word hunted in the comment section. So put the word hunted if you've made it all the way through, just so I know who's watching. Of course, I'll respond to all of those. So thank you guys if you have watched it. But that's it for this episode. Thanks again. War is hell. You don't have to worry, because war fighters, I've got your six.